So agenda is what is it? I'm going to explain and the requirements of operating system requirement and VirtualBox installation and configuration, and finally the VM Linux VM installation. So what is it? It's kind of virtualization. So it's basically those who don't know what is the virtualization. I'm going to explain in a few bullet points. It's like, suppose you are running Windows on your laptop, but we'd like to need to install Linux. So earlier days you used to kind of find another desktop or laptop to wipe out the existing OS and install a fresh Linux installation. So that's kind of that's kind of problematic approach. So VMware or the Oracle came up with another concept. It's called operating system under your current operating system, or you can say it's a kind of a container where you can have any operating system, Windows, Linux, Solaris. So for the container, kind of hold your operating system, so you need to install certain software, and in this case we are going to install a VirtualBox provided by Oracle. So when this VM guest we will install, you'll find two things: Linux installed and Oracle RDBMS software installed. So your task will be creating the database. So one last time I'm going to tell, host operating system for this needs to be Windows 7 or XP. I don't know whether it's going to work on Mac OS because I didn't test it. Those who would like to test it, you're welcome to do it, but I'm not sure whether it's going to work or not. So host operating system is Windows 7 and XP, and the VM guest operating system is it's Linux. Requirements is like it needs to be Windows 7 or XP, and you need at least 4 GB of RAM on your laptop or desktop, and you need at least 25 GB of disk space free on your laptop or desktop, and you need two softwares, VirtualBox and PuTTY. In this presentation, I'm going to explain how to install VirtualBox. There's a separate presentation or video I'm going to post that's going to explain how to install PuTTY. First is, there are two ways you can get a hold of the software. One is you can go to the virtualbox.org and download the software. The other way to get is, as I am sharing this folder over SugarSync cloud service, you can get it from that folder. So if you go to the VirtualBox.org website, you'll see the different link for the download. So Windows host, then you have the Mac OS and Linux and Solaris. So as per your operating system, you need to download. This is the screen basically showing that the software included in the folder, Oracle VM folder. So you can get it from there. So once you double click the VirtualBox win.exe, it's going to bring following screen. You might see there is a mismatch between versions. So actually, this was the old screenshot, so that's why I just put 426 on top of it. So don't get into there why there's a mismatch between version in different text, but it's right now it's a 4.2.6 or whatever the latest you can install that. Once you click on next, you'll it's going to give you this screen. Location is, I install in default location. You can choose something else, but recommended is the default location. Once you click the next, you'll come to this screen and you can create a shortcut on your desktop. Once you do that, make sure if it is your work laptop and if you are doing certain things for your work, make sure that those things are complete and you're disconnected from it. The reason I'm saying it is basically when VirtualBox install, the software install, it creates certain interfaces, virtual interfaces, network interfaces, and to do that, it needs to basically disconnect the network or disable the network and then create those interfaces, and then it's going to re-enable it. While it's doing that, so there will be a disruption in network connection. So that means if you connect it to your work, those things will be kind of disconnected for a few seconds. Even though you don't realize, if your some sessions open, they will be disconnected. Finally, the last screen where you're going to click on the install. Once you click on the install, it's going to start installing. It takes a few minutes. So once it is installed, you can basically start from there, by as it's checked by default, start Oracle VirtualBox. So once you do that, you'll come to get this screen. Now I'm going to import the virtual appliance. This is the way to do it. I request you kind of replay the video to see it. So this is the folder. I have the appliance. You click on that and say open and click next. That's going to bring up this screen. So only one thing you have to make sure that you check. Basically initialize the MAC address for the network card. Once you do that, it's going to start importing. It's going to take 5 to 10 minutes or maybe more, depending on your system. Once that is done, basically you are all set to start up the Linux. So in few seconds we are going to see that. So we are going to double click this particular appliance. Once we double click, it's going to start the Linux. Startup also takes 2 to 5 minutes, depending on your system. Once this is up, you can basically log in within the VM guest. But since you don't have much resources within this VM guest, I will suggest using PuTTY outside the VM guest from your Windows to log in. Remember, the password for all the users are same as our course name, that is CSCIE256. Please make a note of that. So I'm using the PuTTY here to SSH or log into the system. Here you see the login prompt. I'm maximizing it. I'm logging in as Oracle, providing the password, as I said, CSCIE256. Once you log in, you will get the prompt. The prompt is /home/Oracle. That shows the default current working directory. I'm showing it here. What are the file system we have? So we have 3 file system: root, U01, U03. Now I did a cat on dot profile. So these are the few things, I'm just defining temp, and next is I'm defining the Oracle environment, followed by the path and few other environment variables. These 3 lines I did it just for my own help, like export ps1. That's going to change your prompt, always working directory. Here I'm just going to the Oracle home and coming back, so you can see all those things are working. The last thing I'm going to show you that how you are going to shut down this Linux. So you need to go back to the virtual box and you need to log in as Oracle. Once you login password is same as CSCIE256. Once you log in, what you're going to do here is you'll go to the system, and then you are going to click on this shut down. So once you do shut down, you'll have option, so you can choose hibernate, but I chose shut down. So this is basically shutting down. When it's shutting down, it's going to close the VirtualBox window, and then you are ready to do all other work. Thanks for listening to me. That's all.